Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Wolters World. Today, we, as in we, the whole family, there's Jocelyn and Caleb, and there's Liam back there, and we are out exploring the U.S. this summer, and we thought with COVID going on, it'd be a good idea when we go on our road trip to give people an idea of what to expect when they are traveling. So we're going from Illinois down to Georgia on our road trip, and so we'll give you some heads up about what we see. Jocelyn, anything?
Well, you know, we had planned on leaving at 6 a.m. It's 9:18. We've been on the road for 18 minutes. So that's one of the things you can expect on your road trip is that there's a good chance you're not going to get out on time.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if it's COVID, summer of 2020, or any time. That is an issue. But what was cool is I actually packed a bunch of stuff before last night, so we're all ready. We got our wipes and masks and stuff, but also got snacks for the kids, all kinds of stuff. They're busy to go, but just want to give you guys a heads up of what it's like driving around. So we'll give you some information as we go. So we're 2 hours into our drive. We're still here. We've been eating snacks and enjoying our time. And I think one thing we've noticed the first 2 hours is there's significantly less like passenger cars are on the road. I mean, there's a lot of trucks, but I haven't seen a lot of, it doesn't feel like it's summer vacation season in July where everyone's on the road going someplace and trying to explore and stuff. It just seems like it's a normal work day and people are just driving to work, and that's about it. What do you think, babe?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's as much traffic. Actually, it's been really quiet, thank God, for these first 2 hours. And yeah, it's been pretty good driving so far.
Yeah.
Happy for that.
I mean, usual construction work and people, you know.
Summer construction, right?
Yeah. So far, nothing different. So we have made our first stop here in Metropolis, Illinois, and needed to get out there and stretch our legs and, just get ourselves ready for getting back on the road. It was kind of cool because, when you stop and see the cool roadside attractions like this and the Superman Museum that's here as well. Well, we're checking out too. Even if you're not a comic book fan, it's still kind of a cool thing. But it is nice to just kind of get out and stretch and everything, and you want to do that. But I talked to the people at the museum, and they're like, yeah, it's been a bit slow, but it's starting to pick up a bit. So at least in some of the tourist stops in some of these smaller towns we've gone through, they're seeing people starting to come back. It's still nothing like what it usually is in the summer, but good to see people are getting back on the road to experience this beautiful country. So speaking of getting back on the road, we need to get back on the road. And one of the issues you might see is since some places aren't letting people go into restaurants yet and some are, I'm going to think that using the bathroom could be a little bit complicated, so make sure you're using those rest stops if you can. So when you're on a road trip and you're drinking all that water and having all those drinks and stuff like that, you eventually do have to pee. And one thing is since a lot of the restaurants and things are still closed or limited people being able to get in, what you're seeing is it's tougher to find places to go to the bathroom. But what it's kind of interesting is actually I've seen more rest areas open on the highways we've been driving on than I've seen in years. I mean, we're in Illinois where they've been closed, it seems like for decades or something like that. They're opened up again. So this is going to be your go-to bathroom spot. So make sure, don't forget your masks and your hand sanitizer and stuff like that, okay? So you have that when you go in. But yeah, that's probably going to be your bathroom break thing. Make sure if you have a potty topper if you're worried. So there is that, but that's been the go-to potty spot for the last 10 hours, I think, or 8 hours. I don't know how many hours we've been driving, so just a heads up. So we stopped on our way to grab some lunch, and people were in masks at the drive-thru, but still the restaurants were all closed, couldn't go inside, but we could at least grab some food on our way. So we're sitting here in the parking lot, getting ready to eat, so exciting part of the trip. Stealing my cupcake. Go ahead.
I just want a little piece of icing.
Uh-huh.
I don't like cupcakes. There's your cupcake.
So we just went through Nashville on our road trip, and it wasn't that bad actually. We were here before rush hour. It's not even 4 o'clock yet. We're through the town. I mean, there was traffic because it's a big city, but it wasn't bad at all. And mostly it was actually just the trucks. I know on the other side now there's no trucks driving by, but it was amazing just how many trucks there were and not as many passenger vehicles. But yeah, no, I mean, this is still significantly lighter than our usual trip, road trip we have through Nashville every summer. So yeah, just an interesting play. But just know that people, even though there's less people on the road, there's still a lot of people that are driving like crazy. Bad side of the house, so do be careful. I just want to give you a heads up on that one. But otherwise, I mean, roads are moving.
don't forget good snacks. Maybe not good for you. Hey, so we have stopped in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, which is somewhere between Nashville and Chattanooga. And I have come by this 100 times and just never really had the time. So today we decided we would make the time, and we came to the Lodge Factory Store Outlet, which is really cool. We spent about half an hour in there looking at all sorts of different neat stuff. But this is one of those great things that you can do on a family road trip. You can just say, you know what, we got time. We're just gonna go see that thing because Mama's interested or Caleb's interested. Mark and Liam are always interested. So we do this a lot, but today I got my wish and I got to see the Pan Man. So we'll see you at the next stop. Bye. Hey, so things went a little slower than we had expected due to traffic and also my having to stop and look at cast iron skillets for a minute.
Hey, it was worthwhile. It was worthwhile.
So we've decided to stop on the road, and I did a lot of research on hotels, and we'll have a video about all of that and their new cleaning procedures and things like that. So we went ahead and we stayed. We got a room. I went in first and I just kind of wiped down all the high-touch surface area stuff, even though I'm sure they did it just for my own peace of mind, especially with my kids, because I have boys. They touch everything, especially this one. So nice. Anyway, we're stopping for the night just to take a rest, so we don't get really worn out.
Yeah. So yeah. We made it. How far did we go? We started at 9 in the morning. That's at 10 o'clock at night here in Eastern Time. So
yes,
we were on the road for 12 hours, but we stopped, like I said.
We took our time. I mean, we were going leisurely. So.
Yeah, and that's what's cool about road trips. You can actually stop because you got the lodge, the stuff there, and then we were by Nickajack Lake, and then saw Bojangles. Had to go there.
We just kind of. I mean, we like to take our time on a road trip when we're able, and you're not always able, but fortunately we were able to this time.
Yeah, so it's cool. So we're gonna head to bed and continue this road trip tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. We'll be in the same clothes.
Yeah, well, I have our things out in case you want to change.
Oh, you got them out? Awesome.
See, the children will be in the same clothes. So if you're wondering what the hotel's rooms look like when you get inside, they actually do look the same. It's just like hotels' rooms were before, though I did definitely smell, there was definitely some cleaning going on when you were here. It was actually kind of interesting. We're at a Hilton property, and the rooms have these kind of Hilton clean stay on them, so you like break the seal when you go in, which was kind of interesting. Driving around so far, haven't seen a lot of people with masks on when they were out, but I did see a lot of like all the workers at the restaurants and stuff like that, drive-thrus, they all have masks on, but like people going around like gas stations and stuff, didn't see too many masks. So there was that. We've been wearing ours when we've gone into places. You know, Jocelyn just took hers off right there when she was coming back. But I just want to give you the heads up that yes, hotel rooms still exist. So we're back on the road for day 2, going ahead through Atlanta. Hotel was nice. It was clean, so I can't complain there. But on the road again, here we go, and down to Atlanta. We're driving here, and if you want to get in the express lane, you have to have the Peach Pass. And unfortunately, Easy Pass, or we have the I-Pass from Illinois, does not work as the Peach Pass. So we're kind of out of luck. So my Easy Pass people, doesn't work here apparently. So no express lanes for us, unless you pay for it. But there you go. See, there's the torch. See, we're in Atlanta now. There's, you got some stuff reminiscing from the Olympics back in the day. And when you're there, you can get the varsity right there and get a chili dog. Oh yeah, heck yeah, gotta get the varsity. And back on the highway, because we're in Atlanta and there's not a lot of traffic, so we're just gonna keep on keeping on. But I wish I could go to the varsity. They do have good dogs. It is well worth going there if you are in Atlanta. Atlanta's actually a really cool city. I'm sad we're not stopping here this time, but it's a cool place, definitely worth visiting. To the road. So one of the weird things on our road, as we go through here in Atlanta, we're driving kind of by where the airport is. And usually when we drive through here, because we drive here often, usually showing you here, there'd always be like at least 1 or 2 planes will come over. on our drive, and there's none. No planes.
It is really weird. I mean, I've been driving this drive for 20 years now, and it is insane that there's no planes. Like, it's kind of eerie almost. And we spend so much time in that airport. I feel like it's one of our second homes, and it makes me sad.
Yep. So, but as Liam said, you can't count 1,000 planes, but you can count 1,000 cars. But if you're driving, this is actually really like empty traffic in Atlanta. So, I'm happy.
We're on the last leg of our journey. We've got just a bit longer to go to get home to Savannah, and I'm tired, so we're going to switch drivers. And it's important to have a really good co-pilot so they can take over for you, and they can navigate for you, do all the wonderful things like Mark does for me.
I'm special.
You are special.
Yeah, but almost there. So, after 2 days and lots of little stops along the way, we are on the last road here to Tybee Island here in Georgia on our road trip. And actually, we got along very well, of course, until the end when it's like, when are we going to be there and all that fun stuff. But I was surprised we made it this long. What do you think, babe?
I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, so you know what? Good start to the road trip. Hopefully the place we're going to stay is going to be nice and we can have a good time there. But yeah, so that was us driving from Illinois to Georgia. Road trip time in the time of COVID. And yeah, it was, you know, I'm glad I brought my mask and stuff. We got our wipes, but it's been okay. It's less traffic, which is nice. So we'll finish off at the new place. And the journey is over. We are here. We made it. Beautiful view from our rental, and it's been a fun road trip. We hope you enjoyed seeing what it was like to road trip from Illinois to Georgia in the summer of 2020. It's been an experience, and we're ready to relax and just take a load off and enjoy some sweet water and have a good time. So all the best in your travels. Bye.